Hey friends, thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a screen capture of this book. So I'm reading this Navy SEALs book. I can't remember what the title is. Let's see if I have it here. The U.S. Navy SEAL Survival Handbook. And so I'm not sure which page this is, but anyways, so this is when you're in a really bad situation. Let's say you're a prisoner. So this is how to be resilient, or how you assess your situation. So the magnitude of reactions captives experience, and I believe the whole world is a captive. The whole world is a prisoner of war. So I feel like we're all under, you know, just imprisonment. So what we're all influenced by: one, culture of the captor; two, duration of the captivity; three, harshness of captivity; four, support received from others if held with other captives; five, innate predispositions; six, commitment to the ideology or task which placed them in jeopardy initially; seven, maturity; eight, personal value systems; nine, satisfaction with family relations during the pre-capture period. So I think this is very interesting. So what is the culture of our captors? Who's our prison guards? Who's our prison warden? What's their culture? What's the duration of our captivity? What's the harshness of the captivity? What's the support received by others around you in this captivity? What are your predispositions? So what's your strengths? What's your weaknesses? What's your commitment to your values? What's meaningful for you that put you in this situation? Like whatever it is that you found yourself doing before, let's say, the shutdown. What's your maturity level in various aspects of your life? What's your personal value system, like your spirituality, or what's meaningful to you? And what's your family life like? How's that going? I'm not going to go over every point because there's a lot of stuff that I'm sure anybody who is familiar with resilience, material, or post-traumatic growth, you're feeling familiar with this. But I do think this is an interesting question. How does one acquire optimal survival resilience? So it can be acquired through naturally occurring education and graded exposures. And let's see what the other, and so lifetime of preparation is the alternative. So I guess that's not anything very extraordinary. So it looks like this is a systematic training. So you can simulate a stress, so they call it stress inoculation training. And it's based on the Biderman resistance training model, designed in 1956 at the DoD. And so it has 5 components: pre-academic captivity exposure, pre-academic captivity exposure debrief, academics role play laboratory, post-academic detention, post-training debrief. So that's an ideal circumstance, supposedly. So here's a little table. So conceptualization, which perhaps provides a mental picture, understanding of conditions, graded exposure, so slowly increasing exposure to stress, assessment or maybe anticipation of upcoming stressors, and perhaps there's the debrief maybe, so that's the assessment, then skills acquisition and rehearsal. So I think that's good because then you have kind of a timeline, or you know what to expect, like you have a map. And so role play lab, work on the problem focused solution. So I think a better way of putting it is like solution, like solution focused or problem solving. Like it's kind of a strange way of terming it, problem focused. I think that's just psychological operations. Solutions focused is better. But anyway, um, so solution oriented activities, emotion focused coping. And like this terminology is kind of weird. It's kind of triggering. I think you just want to focus on coping skills, um, repertoire of coping responses, and engage in graded exposures. I'm not sure what that means. Application and follow through. So then you have the real life exposure to the horrible experience and just reinforce your appropriate coping behaviors, which allows you that post-training. Then after that, you have the post-training debrief. So I'm just kind of, figuring this out as I'm looking at it, talking here. So this is the chapters of the book. So it's talking, chapter 1 is about training, elements of survival. So that's what chapter we were just looking at. So there's jungle survival, mountain and Arctic, desert, survival at sea, basic tips, water, shelter, fire, food, hunting, weather, navigation, medicine, survival kits, this mystery of survival. So that's 756. So that's a big book. So in case anybody's interested. I just want to take a look at Shackleton. So, in the canon of survival, Shackleton has been promoted as just a super duper hero. But I did read one book where he wasn't all that he's been cracked up to be. And please note how he's hiding his right arm behind his back. Again, his right arm behind his back. So he's doing the hidden hand. This is a Freemasonic gesture. And with the Freemasons, you have all sorts of very diabolical things. So in my opinion, he's probably not that great. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna look at in terms of this book. So thanks for listening. And you might be able to find this book at your local library online on their online library checkout